somebody wants to bless me, like June has, Nat has, I understand. It's like I'm going to gladly accept it, but I'm going to gladly accept it without thinking I need to repay it back. But if you could take a step back and one, be thankful for what you have, two, be aware of what you have, and then three, put those things together. The things that you're aware of and that you're thankful of, how can you use those things to help those around you? This is what I believe that Jesus meant when he said, the one who serves is actually going to be the greater. Like my mindset is literally for the past 4 weeks is I want to serve Natisha. If that makes sense. Like to a lot of people, that's such a radical statement. You're like, wait, what? She's staying in your place, not charging her rent or anything, and you're looking to serve her? Sort of thing. Because as a landlord, it's like, no. They're gonna serve me because they're paying rent, and then I just do the bare minimum. Like that's a lot of people's mindsets. Is like just the bare minimum, and I'm gonna get as much as I can. And I'm like, no. Because if there's one thing I learned during Bible college, it's even before Bible college. And I wrote it down somewhere. It's choose relationships over money. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Veggie Ball Vlogs podcast. I'm your host, Jimmy, and this is my lovely wife, Bianca. Bianca, say hi to the camera.
Hello.
Hello. And we're here today to talk about relationships, communication, things we've learned in the Bible. Actually, one of the things, so I already know what I want to talk about today. One of the things I want to talk about is, again, I can't emphasize this enough, is just whatever we put our focus on, whatever we put our mind and our hearts focus on is what our reality will be. Like, do you agree with me? So I was talking to Bianca earlier this morning, just as I was having my quiet time. She came in, and I just had this thought. I've been thinking about this for a while, but one of the thoughts that I've been having for a while is I am so thankful for the position God has put me and Bianca in our lives right now. And by position, I mean in a position to help others who are in need, right? Can I share our situation?
If you want.
No, with Nat.
Well, I guess.
Like, I'm not going to go into complete detail, but basically a lot has happened in the past 4 weeks. It's been about 4 weeks because I was preparing the room, right? So a lot has happened in the past 4 weeks where Bianca's best friend, so Nat, she's actually staying with us. We're helping her out just until she gets back up on her feet.
I guess, yeah.
Right? For lack of better words. Not that she's having any issues or any problems or anything like that, but she was looking for a place to stay, and it's like, dude, we have an extra room. Mind you, that extra room was Tatay's second junk room.
Yeah.
So I already spoke with Tatay about it. I'm like, listen, can I make it into like a guest room and Nat's going to be staying with us, and is that okay, and all this. And the first thing my dad said is, oh, yeah. You know what? I'm never going to say no. This is what Tatay said. I'm never going to say no if ever you want to help somebody. Because me and Tatay, even you, so everybody who lives in this house has the same heart. Even Nat.
Yeah.
Even Nat has the same heart. And it's the heart of, dude, if I can help, I want to help.
Yeah.
And I don't want to help because you can give something back to me. I want to help because just for the sake of me helping you, like, it just brings me joy. And this is what I wanted to talk about today. It's whatever we put our focus on, that becomes our reality. And I was telling you earlier, I'm like, you know how everybody has problems, whether they're big problems or little problems. It's all a matter of perspective, right? And everybody has different types of problems. Like another family's problems won't necessarily be our problems, and our problems will not necessarily be their problems. So you can't say one problem is worse than another, because everybody's at different levels in their lives and how they're able to deal with these problems, where it comes to maturity, what resources you have, and whatnot. Like, do you agree?
Yeah.
Like right now we have we have quite a bit of resources in a sense where we have our own home and we have a spare room where we can help someone if they need a place to stay, right? And when we offered to help Nat, I wasn't thinking, because I know a lot of people would think this. It's, we're gonna charge her rent and it's gonna like we'll get money.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even the first thing I thought of. The first thing I thought of is, I got to get the room ready for her. Mm-hmm. And when I get the room ready for her, I want it to be like nice, livable, clean, and make sure she has like at least the necessities that would make her comfortable in this room, right? So over the past 2 weekends, I was literally, my focus was, I want to get this room up and ready and nice for her, right? I even remounted the TV, put a TV in there, put an Amazon Fire Stick in there. We bought a new bed there for the room. We put the new desk in there. We cleaned out the closet. We put some closet organizers in there, right? Put the new mirror, changed the lighting, cleaned the windows, painted, did drywall repair.
Threw a lot of stuff out.
A lot. Right? But the thing is, I wasn't doing that in hopes of or in thinking of, I'm going to get something back from her. Because in reality, we're not making her pay rent. Mm-mm. And this is what I mean by literally helping for the sake of helping. Right? So it's funny how when my mind was focused on that, all my other problems ceased to exist, for lack of better terms. Now, I'm not saying that the problems just went away. Problems are still there. Like, I'm not delulu, okay? That's a new word I learned, delulu. So in case you guys don't know, delulu is short form for delusional, okay? Like, I wasn't delusional where it's like, you know what? No, all my problems are gone. No, they're still there, but the thing is, my heart, my mind, my worry, like, my worry's gone. And my heart and my mind's at ease because my focus is on helping somebody else. And this is what I think Jesus meant. This is what I believe that Jesus meant when he said, the one who serves is actually going to be the greater. Like my mindset is literally for the past 4 weeks is I want to serve Natisha. If that makes sense. Like to a lot of people, that's such a radical statement. You're like, wait, what? She's staying in your place, not charging her rent or anything, and you're looking to serve her, sort of thing. Because as a landlord, it's like, no. They're going to serve me because they're paying rent, and then I just do the bare minimum. Like that's a lot of people's mindsets. Is like just the bare minimum, and I'm going to get as much as I can. And I'm like, no. Because if there's one thing I learned during Bible college, it's even before Bible college. And I wrote it down somewhere. It's choose relationships over money. I even wrote it down in the gym. Like, would you agree with me? Yeah. If you had a decision to make where you were put in a position to, choose money over the relationship, what would you choose? I think you and I are both the same. You would choose the relationship over money more, right? Like in this case, I choose the relationship that we have with Nat. Like, Jesus. Nat has been such a blessing to us, even before this. So for those of you who don't know, so Natisha is Bianca's friend, and actually Natisha was like our wedding planner.
Yep.
She planned our wedding in less than 3 months.
Thanks, Nat.
Yeah, thank you. Right? And that's a lot. And she gave us a huge discount.
She gave us a family discount.
Yeah. And it's like, and this was during COVID too, right? And I remember during that time, I know a lot of people, when they plan their weddings, they tend to think about everything. They tend to stress. Like, it's so easy to stress about it. But during our time, we just enjoyed the engagement and we just left things to Nat. Like, quite literally, Nat's like, you got to give me something to work off of. Like, what do you want? And we were like, you plan it. We trust it. And she's like, you got to give me something. Like, how many guests are you going to have, sort of thing?
Give me like a color.
Like, give me something, right? But that's how much we trusted Nat.
Yeah.
And her and her family delivered.
Yeah.
Right? Again, and it's that relationship, right? And even with the whole family discount, we weren't expecting a family discount or anything, but they did ask our budget, and we gave a number, and they were like, we can work with that. And then it was afterwards like, listen, your family, remember Godmother was telling you, it's like basically a daughter to me. And it's like, we're not going to charge you Like we didn't ask for it. That's what they
Yeah.
said. And it's like they were in a position to help us. Now we're reciprocating. I wouldn't even see it as reciprocating. It's just something we would do even if they didn't do that for us.
Yeah.
Because it's like, dude, that's your best friend, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I want to do this because God has put us in a position to help. And again, when you have your focus and your mindset on helping others, your problems go away in a sense of you're no longer focused on the other problems, but you're focused on helping others. And this is the other part I wanted to add to that. Like I was telling you earlier, it's kind of like, and you can agree with me or disagree with me if you want, it's kind of like when you help others, while you're helping others, I believe in the background somewhere, whether it's with that person or even somewhere else, God is already taking care of solving and helping you solve your problems at hand. Whether it's relational, financial, health, or even if you just need help. So one of the things, I can share this, the thing with Tatai, I think it's pretty commonly known, especially on our podcast, is, so one of the things we've been having an issue with or a problem with is Tatai. He's just getting older, or he's forgetting things. Even when he like makes his own food, he spills a lot. And at times, more often than at times, he's just absent-minded. But the main issue was, dude, it's just there's nobody here with him. Mm-hmm. Right? And he's the people's, and he gets lonely. And the thing that I love is, we never put this on Nat. If anything, we said, Nat, if you're having any issues with Tatai, let us know. Mm-hmm. We will deal with it. Right?
We did also tell her, like, just a heads up that I may like want to talk to you. Like, we gave her also
a heads up. This is our living situation, and this is how Tatai is. So she was aware. She wasn't just coming in blind, and she was like, "Okay, cool." But the thing I love about Nat is, and I knew this was never going to be an issue, is her heart.
Yeah.
Where her heart is, where it's just, dude, she is so. Oh, what's the word? Innocent? Not innocent, but pure in her motives. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of people who will kind of hide their motives and mask it with a good motive, but she is just pure in her motives.
It's like genuine. Yeah.
She's genuine, right? So one of the issues we were having with Tatai is just, dude, he's just always alone, and he gets lonely, and he has like nobody to talk to, especially with me and Bianca. We're gone the whole day with work. And sometimes just Tatai doesn't have anybody to talk to, but because Nat's here, Nat even tells us during her times here with Tatai, they'll eat at the kitchen table and they'll just talk, and Nat'll tell us all the things Tatai talks about. And actually, the greater blessing in this is because Nat isn't like blood-related family or even relative family, like in-law family. That's the word I was looking for. It's Tatai's able to open up to her about things that he's never opened up to us before. Mm-hmm. I'm sure even Ate.
Yeah.
Right? Like how some of his concerns being older is, just socializing with other people. Mm-hmm. Like some anxieties and fears that he has. Like, dude, right when Nat told us how when Tatai was sharing with her if he were to go to the day program over at the residence, mm-hmm. seniors residence place, one of his concerns was, I don't know if anybody's gonna like me.
Meanwhile, he's always telling us how confident everyone's gonna like him, sort of things. Like, we didn't know.
No, but deep down inside, again, we don't know. We can only go by what we see and what they'll tell us.
Yes.
But one of the things Tatai has been able to communicate and share with Nat, probably just because she's just a completely different person.
I think so, yeah.
Right? These are her concerns. And also I think just the way Nat talks too as well. Like she pays attention. Whereas with us, I know this sounds terrible because we're family. When he does talk, it's like we're so, well, it's not that we're so away, but oftentimes than not, we're not in the conversation because we're just socially drained.
Oh no, for me, I'm usually aware, but
it's the
language barrier.
Language barrier.
So for me, I've noticed that it seems like because Nat isn't like Filipino, like Tatai's English, like it just went up from like
He
here
puts in
going
that
there.
extra effort to make sure he's understood.
Yes. While when I try, because of course I'm Filipino,
Dude, there are times he'll talk to you in Tagalog and you'll be like,
like,
English style, English.
and
Like,
he still,
yeah.
or he would go like halfway through English and then it will switch. I'm like, oh, okay.
But with that, it's like he clearly
He
sees.
knows.
It's like, oh,
Yes.
she ain't Filipino.
So a good a good thing is that because I mean, yeah, I think it's a good thing. It also helps Tatay too with improving his social.
Yes, that's one of the things I was concerned
Yeah.
about too. It's like, because I don't know what he like. I'm sure he does when he goes out for his walks. He will make small talk, most likely. Those people at Dollarama, the people that he runs into at the corner store. Like, I know he has these relationships with
But
people
it's
in the neighborhood.
different. It is different.
Like, he's more able to open up his heart more with Nat, sort of thing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So again, we're so thankful for that. And that's what I mean by going back in. You know, when you help people out, your problems disappear, even though they don't, like, we're not delusional. They don't disappear, but our focus is on what, or our reality is on what we focus on, and it's helping others. We're in a position to help Nat. And when that happens, it's like God takes care of our other problems. Sometimes it could be with the person we're helping, but sometimes it could be just someone completely different in the background. Things are being taken care of.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that in my life. I'll even say in your life, even before we got together, but definitely in our life together as husband and wife. A lot of our problems, we get answered prayers. I get answered prayers to a lot of our big problems that I don't want to put so much focus on and so much energy on. So it's like, because you know how at times, sometimes we can feel so overwhelmed by our problems,
Yep.
where it's like it overtakes our soul, like our soul. And when I say it overtakes our soul, I'm talking about our soul as our mind, our will, our emotions,
Just
our
everything.
thoughts,
Yeah.
right? To the point where it's like we're not even able to function anymore. Like, we don't even want to get up from bed. We just want to sleep through the day. Right? So, yeah, like, I'm just so thankful for God putting us in the position we're in, where we are able to help others. Like, another thing that I was thinking about was with Jun, how I'm able to help with his PC problems. Like, so Jun's a relative of mine. He does my taxes. He does our taxes, and I was over at his office, and we just came to visit, say hello, and I noticed, man, your computer is really slow. So right when I saw that, like, we were making small talk, and we were talking for about 10 minutes, and his computer's still booting up, and the first thing I thought is, I want to help this man. And I know I'm in a position to help this man with, you know, upgrading his computer, even the know-how, what to purchase, what I have extra computer parts at home that he was able to benefit from. And I'm like, dude, let me help you. And even he was like, I need, let me pay you. I'm like, no, just let me. I'm like, Gujun, let me help you. And then he's like, and then before he was able to say something, I'm like, let me bless you. And when I said those words, he's like, okay. Because he understands it's more blessed to be a blessing than it is to actually receive the blessing, right? Again, nothing wrong with receiving the blessing. Like, if somebody wants to bless me, like June has, Nat has, I understand. It's like, I'm going to gladly accept it, but I'm going to gladly accept it without thinking I need to repay it back.
Yeah.
Like, repaying it back is not even anything that crosses my mind.
No.
The thing that crosses my mind is, what position am I in where I can help somebody else? Right? That's what I'm always thinking now. And I'm like, that's a really good mindset for people to have. And I think not a lot of people are even aware of that mindset, because again, they're just so overrun with their problems. But if you could take a step back and, one, be thankful for what you have, to be aware of what you have, and then 3, put those things together. The things that you're aware of and that you're thankful of, how can you use those things to help those around you? And by what I mean by helping those around you, those directly in your social circle. So that could be your friends, your family, your coworkers. Because, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, everybody has problems.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody has different problems. Not one problem is greater than the other, but I believe God puts us on this earth to represent his kingdom, his heart for his people, where he places us in certain positions in school, in work, right? Where we are exposed to people who do have these problems and where we are in a position to help. But the thing is, we need to be first aware of what we have, what we should be thankful for, and how we can apply our position and what we're able to help with, our resources, to help those around us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I don't know, what's your whole thoughts on this? Because I know you agreed with me, and you agreed with me, right? Well, the one thing you were thinking about, sorry, I'm just bringing this up, this is what I thought you were going to go with, is with your workplace.
Oh.
Remember?
No, I was thinking about Letitia.
Oh, okay, what were you thinking? What were you thinking about Letitia? That's not a bad thing.
No. I was just also thinking too, because it's like, I won't share full details, but there are some times like I have problems, and it could do with more on the female side, and I don't really have much female friends I'm comfortable talking
Yeah,
to.
you got me and Tatai.
Yeah. And there's sometimes like an age gap at work, so they can't really relate. And
yeah, they all going through menopause. I'm kidding. They're not all going through menopause.
But anyway, there are just some things where it's like I'm not at that level to be comfortable with sharing
yes, more personal things with them, which is fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
So just having that. And even her family, like especially like godmother and her sister, especially her older sister,
Kamisha.
Yeah, very helpful. And it's like I'm just really blessed and glad that they're in my life.
Yeah, because the only other person you have would be mom, because you got two brothers. It's literally you and mom.
Yeah, even with mom. And
but you got Ate.
I do, but I'd rather talk. No offense, but I'd rather talk to someone like closer to my age or who actually.
Oh yeah, that's true, because Ate is pretty much your mom. Like, so Bianca's mom, my mother-in-law, is the same age as my sister.
Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong, I can go to advice for them for different things.
Oh yeah, totally.
There are some things where I'm like, I just need someone who like either has experienced it but are still like closer to my age, or No,
I'd still go with Ate.
No.
Then again, she's just my sister. I tell her everything. I come to her with everything.
But it's just, I don't know. It's also just kind of weird because it's like, because Reg is like also like pretty much best friends with my dad. So it's weird. And you know, after it's gonna tell Reg.
Yeah, I know. It's like okay, you can't tell them. Okay, don't tell anybody
like,
this.
No.
Like no. Like we understand between husband and wife, like, there is no secrets. No. Like I'm gonna say, yo. You didn't hear this from me, but they know, they understand that. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, okay? Yeah. Like, even if they say don't share it with anybody, I'm going to tell you. Like, and I'm going to trust you don't tell anybody else.
Like, when you say, like, don't tell anybody else.
It's like, no, I'm telling my wife.
It's
I'm telling my wife. You better believe it.
Like, even with my parents, I'm going to tell you right now. Sorry, Dad. Whenever I say don't tell Mom, I'm not going to tell Mom.
Well, I don't know. There are some things
he did say
because he was on the church board at one point. There are some things that are confidential that he shouldn't be sharing with Mom.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different when it's like a daughter, not like with the church.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but
your dad can keep things.
Oh yeah. That's why everyone loves to gossip to him. But anyway, you didn't hear that from me. No, I know. You didn't hear from me.
I mean. Everything I say is,
Well, I heard that people just love going to my dad. Just like how people love going to Tatai.
Yeah, when it comes to when they're about to, like, get a divorce, it's like, yeah, they come to my parents. Which is wild. So, for context, whenever married couples in our social group, even at church, they're on the verge of, like, divorcing, they would always come to my parents for advice.
So crazy.
Which is wild because even my dad says, like, why don't you go to the pastor? And it's like, oh, we want to go with you. They're like, oh, okay. And I remember it's just all the advice that my dad and my mom would give them. And the advice that my dad and mom would give them, it's like, there's something in their brains that switch and they're able to help them see the bigger picture. And it's like, listen, you guys still love each other, right? And they're like, yeah. I was like, okay, so just bring it back to that day where you first loved each other. I remember this is the advice my dad gave. It's, remember when you first started dating, you wanted to do and give everything for the other person. What changed now? The thing that changed is now it's becoming selfish. It's all about you. Instead of letting it be about you, let it be back to how it was at the beginning of the relationship of what can you do for them? Right? Both ways.
Of course.
And then when they both see that, it's like, that's right. Like they remember. It's like, that's right. Because I wanted to get your attention. I wanted to show how much I loved you. It wasn't about me. Right? If anything, I was putting my feelings on the line because you could have rejected me. And I think that's what happens in a lot of relationships. As the relationship grows older, it's, I've been with the person so long. It's like, I've done this for them. The focus shifts. Again, it's becoming selfish rather than selfless.
Yeah.
And it's like, rather than helping them. Again, going back to the beginning of the topic of this podcast, it's what can you do to help others? This even goes to your significant other and your partner. Like, you want to make things to the best of your ability easier for them. And you want to, well, I won't say you want to make everything easier for them, because there are some things in life that I believe that will be hard and difficult, but you don't want to make those things necessarily easier. I think in those situations, you want to make it aware to your partner that I know this is hard, but no, you're not in it alone. And I'm right here by your side to just stand by you for support in any way you need support. And that's what it is. Again, a selfless act. Yeah. That's what it is, right? I think we got that down pretty much pat. I'm sure things will change in the future, like as to how we will help each other, but I believe we're steadily on that. And one thing I want to add to that statement is what we're talking about now, about what we focus on, makes your reality. So in this case, again, helping others and being thankful for the position we're in, we need to constantly remind ourselves and meditate on these things daily, because if we don't, the cares of the world, the problems of the world will sink in, and our focus will change, because it is so easy for our focus to switch. So we need to be intentional and be proactive into what we keep our focus on. Yeah. Right? Because for all I know, 4 weeks down the road, I may not be feeling this right now because I may be focusing too much on a problem. Right? And it's like, oh man, that's why I like going back and looking at some of our podcasts that we do, or the shorts that I cut. And dude, sometimes I'm blessed by your words and my words that I spoke 6 months ago. Like, it's wild how that works. But again, dude, we just forget. Like, we forget like about the things that we say we're thankful for and the positions we're in, because again, the world will come to us with problems, with situations, with pain, with heartache, with worry and anxiety. Dude, we need to be aware, and again, we need to be aware, and we need to be proactive, and we need to be intentional about what we focus on. And in this case, we need to be aware and intentional and focus on being thankful and the position we're in, that we're able to help others and how we're able to help others. Right? Like, I can't say that enough.
Yeah, and when you do help others, that it's in the right attitude, the right mindset.
And the right motive.
Yes, because you can still be very helpful or try to help others, whether it's to make you look good or to maybe, I don't know, what are other reasons?
Hope to get something back in return.
Yes, but then in reality, you're just bombarding yourself with just so much time.
Because what could end? Well, that's the thing. The other thing that can happen is if you have that mindset or that mentality of, I'm doing this to look good in front of other people, or I'm doing this so in hopes of they'll reciprocate and I'll get something back from them that I want or that I need, right? And again, if you have that mindset and they don't deliver, who's bitter? It's you.
Yeah.
And then if anything, that bitterness can turn into anger and frustration. And it's like, and the other person wouldn't even know, because the other person, for all they know, it's like, oh wow, you're really helping me, thank you. Meanwhile, you're this bitter person who's saying, you ungrateful little And and the other guy has no idea. So again, when you do these things, the motive has to be right and the attitude has to be right. I'll even say the motive and the attitude has to be that of God's.
Yes.
Very pure.
Because it could still be good, but
Again,
to you,
yeah.
but is it really good, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I'm just very, again, I'm just thinking about with Nat, just the whole timing, it's great.
Oh yeah, it really is great.
So,
Plus, it's nice to just have someone around the house all the time.
like,
That isn't Tata.
I was thinking too, like, there are just so many things I've been thinking about, like, as much as, like, we're blessing Nat's also helping us, but then even I'm just thinking about the little things, because, Nat did say, I hope she doesn't mind. Yeah, she doesn't mind. Pretty much for me holding her accountable to certain things. And so I do try that. And she loves and hates that it works.
Like cleaning your room, keeping the room clean.
That's one of them, but yes.
Yeah, I think I can share that one. It's like, I know I should clean my room. Nah, just clean it now. I ain't gonna leave until you clean it. And then you were literally like, I told you. You told me to keep you accountable. I'm keeping you accountable. Right?
Yeah. And then, like, there are some things I learned from her too, so it's just nice.
Well, again, people helping each other out. Again, not for the benefit of getting something in return, but just for being like, yeah, I'm able to help. I'll gladly help.
So,
like, it doesn't take that much more effort, or even any effort at all in helping, especially if you're already in that position to help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is it? Oh my gosh. I just had something and my mind just completely went blank.
Have more ice cap.
Don't tell my dad that.
Dude, he's gonna see this and he'll be like, oh, you're drinking an ice cap.
Anyway. Like, I'm just really thankful for Natisha. And I now remember. Whenever I always want to help someone, I always don't have that high expectation of anything in return. Because
that's a good thing.
Because I know there were many times when I did have that expectation. It hurt me, whether it was I expected it bad or expected something. Like, I was just thinking, you know what? I just have to stop with this because it's just not.
Because it's affecting you more than them.
Yeah, they don't even know, like you said. They don't.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
And what I love about Natisha too, it's like, I tell her that, and she knows I don't have high expectations, but I always kind of remind her, like, please communicate if there's anything that might have been bothering her, or maybe if she just needs something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why I'm also comfortable with having her here as well, because I know if she doesn't open up to me about it, I know she'll open up to you about it, and then you can make me aware of it at least. Honestly, this is just a really big blessing. I think just for all participants in this.
Yeah.
Like with Nat staying here with us.
Even seeing, like, with that, I like, he's changed.
Got a little bit more pep in his step.
Yeah, yeah.
He and his lonely and his social skills are getting, his listening skills.
Oh, I mean.
He has to listen to Nat. That's the thing.
I'm saying it's improved. It's better when Nat's only around. Sometimes I notice when it's just me. Not yet. But it's okay.
We'll
it's
get him into
something.
the day program. We're planning, I'll share it. We're planning on getting him into a day program over at the senior residence place.
So hopefully we just have like one assessment for him to do in person, and hopefully it will go well.
I think it's going to go well.
I think so.
He'll have a great time. But he can socialize and show off and just be him.
And we'll have different stories.
Oh yeah, he'll have different stories too. I'll ask him.
They'll have the same stories at the seniors' place.
No, fine. We'll have different stories now. Oh yeah, one of the things I'm gonna ask. I thought, did you talk to any ladies?
Oh, yep.
It's the first thing he's gonna do. I have a feeling Tata gets along better with ladies than guys. The only reason I say that is because I'm that way. Yeah, like, I'm just more comfortable talking to girls. I'm not saying I'm not comfortable talking with guys, but what comes just naturally is I just drawn to talk to girls more than guys, just because it's just easier for me. Whether that's because I'm a mama's boy. People called me a mama's boy.
I didn't know that.
Apparently.
No.
It was like, yeah, you're a mama's boy. I'm like,
oh,
okay. apparently it was an insult.
Yeah, usually.
I just took it as it was. I'd be like, oh, okay. It wasn't later on in life until I realized, oh, they were insulting me.
That's fair.
I'm like, oh, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
But oh, okay. I mean, oh, it is what it is.
Fair.
But that's kind of just how I am. I'm a little bit more feminine than
It's because you're clean.
other guys. I don't know how being clean is a feminine trait.
I won't share that. That's fine. Don't
Like,
worry. Just
guys,
it's a good thing.
Being clean is not a feminine trait. It's a human trait. Okay? Like, you need to be clean. Nobody wants to smell you. Like, nobody wants to smell you when you smell like doo-doo or B.O. or doo-doo.
It is manly to wipe.
Yeah, dude. Oh, God. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess we can end this podcast.
We're not
here.
ending it to what I just said.
What?
End it on another good note. Maybe one more thing that you just want to say about a summary of the whole.
Okay, well, dude, why can't we end it off on that?
That's terrible.
Fine. All right. So again, to end off this podcast, again, whatever you choose to focus on will be your reality. Right? So you can choose to focus on, all your problems, all your worries, your anxiety, all your stresses, all the things, your circumstances, right? You can choose to focus on that, or you can choose to focus on helping others and being thankful for the position you're in, that God has placed you in, whether you believe it or realize it, right? And how to help others around you, right? So, yeah, with that being said, until next time.
I was doing it again.
That's fine. We're keeping that in. Peace.